business, baby.
Yeah, finding love again is obviously, do you think you'll ever want to get married again?
Might put a little bat there, maybe.
Couldn't cope with the distance. Do you think I should answer this like kind of truthfully or kind of not? You washed your hands?
No, because
you're about to put your dirty hands all over my face.
I washed them just a minute ago, but then I touched Nina's.
I don't know if that's recording, is it? Right, are you going to help me answer some of these questions?
Yes.
Right.
Hi, Sasha.
Take your time.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
Because I've seen how quick you do your makeup. Right, we have a lot of questions. Should I do all of the... Got to do all the Shelb ones, innit? Because you'll just love it.
Oh, Ovie. Right, okay, madame.
You missed in.
I missed in you.
Okay, question number 1. Will you and Shelb start a business together now? No, never.
We are already in business, baby.
We live together.
Don't be scared, child.
That smells delicious.
Oh, yeah. Ready, close your... Right, we're just doing some mist then with the Oskia.
We already live together. We're best friends. Shelbs does already work for me. Well, I don't think we'd do that to each other, would we?
Where's the spoon?
We haven't got anything to start. Push it out the other way.
Do you know, I've never used this on mine. Just thought it was a nice little...
And then you spoon it on like that, that's it.
What, and then spoon it on your face?
If you want, yeah.
Alright then, let's do that, shall we?
So no, we have no plans to start business together.
Only world takeover, that's it.
Yeah, we want world takeover for each other in our individual fields, but there's nothing for us to start together.
Yeah.
What does your daily routine look like at the moment? It looks like get up and stay alive.
Oh, do you know what I'm finding really strange? I don't think I've ever touched somebody's face before.
You've got really lovely hands for this.
Really?
Yeah, your fingers are really cold and your hands feel clean. Fave recipe to cook right now? Oh, it's that chicken halloumi pasta, isn't it? That I did the other day.
Yes.
That's that's been my most favourite thing I've cooked for a while. I'll link it down below, but it's a Meles Cooks recipe. Really similar to like a classic Greek Cypriot comfort dish that my AI used to make for me, mixed with like a chicken recipe that she also used to make. So that's my favourite at the moment. What's this now you're using? Flawless filter.
Flawless filter.
You're doing that before brows, are you? Yeah, we are now.
I am now, yeah. You know I don't really do much with my eyebrows, so...
I know.
Give it a good whirl.
Three of your dream dinner guests. I feel like you choose some bangers. Can Shelby George be mine?
Yes, I can. Absolutely.
Who would my 3 dinner guests be? Do you know, surprisingly, it wouldn't be Shania Twain, because as much as I love her, I listen to her on the... What's that podcast called? Table Manners podcast, and I want that enthralled by her food choices. Gosh, it's such a difficult question.
I don't know what... It doesn't... Right. This ain't going to break any... I'm not going to break any of your brushes, am I?
No.
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. There's so many brushes. Foundation buffing. Pro contour. Right. Would you like to have dinner with Luke Combs?
Oh yeah, I would actually. He could sing to me, couldn't he?
He could.
Luke Combs. Who's really interesting? This is where my memory goes blank when people ask me like what my favourites are. I just can't think. Martin Luther King. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
Where did you just pull out?
I'm trying to think of political legends.
Does it need to be a political legend?
Well, just like good chat, innit? Would that be good chat?
Well,
Kevin Hart? Yeah, Kevin Hart would be a good one. Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe, Kevin Hart and Luke Combs. There we go. Does finding love again scare you?
Why are you looking at me for that question? That's not right then.
Yeah. May have already found love again, innit? I've just got a bit of it's itching, like I need you to get right in there, you know?
I know, I'm a bit gentle. I'm a bit scared of like, I've just never got this close to somebody's face before.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I'm just trying to work out what the I do with this. Stick it in there?
Yeah.
Ooh, I might end up liking this.
Yeah, finding love again has obviously scared me, and the thought of it scares me, and even if I have found love again, I'm still scared. But I'm also very much in a phase of my life where I'm just trying to... How do you explain what I'm trying to do? I'm just trying to relax into everything and not overthink things, because we've established...
You overthink a lot.
Everything, and I get in my own way. I would also like to caveat that by saying that I have definitely, during this process, appreciated other loves in my life more than ever before. Like, friendships have always been so important to me, but I mean, I'm literally in a phase of my life where I think if all I had was the love of my friends, I would still be the luckiest person in the world. I think it's really important to appreciate love like that. Why are you laughing?
Sorry.
Does it look good?
I don't know, I'm not sure. We're going to go with those eyebrows.
What would you tell 1 year ago you now? Leave, child!
Run away!
Save yourself a lot of money and don't get married. No, I would just say trust your gut, listen to your heart. You're never going to go wrong. Do you think you'll ever want to get married again? No.
No. Don't you? I don't know. I think you might.
Do you?
I think you might at some point. I don't know what the bloody hell goes on next though.
What's this you're using?
So this is the Lush Hourglass Veil tint.
Got sent that the other day, didn't we?
We like very much.
Right now at this stage in my life, I couldn't think of any reason to ever get married. Got another itch, sorry. If I ever got married, no one would be invited. What are you laughing at now?
That no one would ever be invited.
I'd never have a big wedding again. It's no way.
No, I know you wouldn't, but as in no one being invited. You love hosting. I think you would still have people invited. Whatever. Even if it was very small scale.
There you go, Shaz has answered your question for you. Would you ever do wedding makeup again? No, I really wouldn't, I'm sorry. Even before the pandemic, I'd kind of steered away from that being my job. I really found it. I actually found it so weird, draining being in the wedding industry and people pinning so much on their wedding and it being like the best day of their life. I don't agree that is a thing, and that is a pressure that I just wish was eradicated from society. Your wedding day, yeah, obviously it's going to be a great day, but God, I've had some of the best days of my life in the last 6 months, and they've also been the hardest period of my life. And we didn't get married, did we?
No, we did not.
What's this colour like?
Well, I wasn't really looking at that. I was just sticking it on, girls.
Are you two considering doing a podcast together?
No, I haven't thought of that. I'm not really a talker, am I?
Yeah, you are a massive talker. But I think we enjoy you being in the videos in the capacity that you are, don't we? We love that.
Shelby would have to be seriously censored if she was.
Yeah, I'd get cancelled. Do you know how much I have to cut out of her? You've got no idea. You've got no idea. I've got a question here from someone. When did you first realise you were a total slag?
Oh, I wonder who wrote that. When did you realise? Early on?
I need tin fish recipe ideas. My favourite at the moment is sardines in olive oil and chilli. Rye bread, a little bit of cream cheese, smash that down. I want that for lunch, I've just said it out loud.
Yeah.
Big beefy tomatoes, a bit of salt, fresh parsley. Oh, I've got such an itch. How are you finding this makeup artistry?
Very difficult.
Really?
I'm just winging it.
How to be okay with feeling behind in life. Thought I'd be married with kids and I'm still single. There's no timeline, is there?
No, there is no timeline. I think the less pressure you put on yourself, the
more things will fall in.
Yeah, I just think society puts a lot on us.
Is that the brush again for the under eye?
No, you're so... sorry, I'm just... One moment, come back to the question in a minute. Would you... any hints?
It's a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, I never expected to be 31, like...
living with me.
Living with my best friend who I hadn't spoken to for 8 years. No, this timeline for me wasn't what I had planned, but in the same sense that it's been the most difficult period of my life, I've also never been happier. I've never felt more grounded in who I am as a person. And I've also never felt more relaxed about having children. Before I left my husband, I had so much pressure put on myself about, I need to have a child, like what if I can't get pregnant? What if I'm infertile? Should I go and have all these tests to check I can get pregnant? I was absolutely hyperfixated on having a baby. Really felt like I was running out of time, and then now that we've separated and this has happened, I feel totally at ease about it. I know I still want to be a mother one day, but I'm also very much of the opinion that what will be, and what's meant for me will not pass me by.
I still feel like it's way too early for me to ever be married or have children.
What, like you need to grow up?
Yeah. I'm not old enough for that.
Shelves doesn't want to have children.
No. So I think I don't really
have that same pressure.
Yeah. But I do, there is that part of me that still feels, you know, I was like, oh, you went all the way to New Zealand, you still haven't met a man. It's like that. Loads of people say to Mum, oh, Shelby still hasn't met a man. It's like, no, why? It's always this focus on it, and I think that's what makes us feel like we should be doing it, but actually it really doesn't matter.
You're the happiest singleton in the world, aren't you?
Oh, 100%.
We actually worry
drama.
more.
No drama, baby.
We worry more about how she's going to be in a relationship than the fact she hasn't found someone.
Just guessing here. Might put a little bit up there, maybe. Maybe a little bit there. A little bit there. God, my Jimmy's coming out.
What's your favourite, sunrise or sunset?
Ooh.
Such a difficult question.
That is a really difficult question.
I feel like I gain more from watching a sunrise, but I enjoy watching a sunset. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I like the fact that a sunrise is like the start of the day and then you're off with your day, but there's something a bit more romantic about the sunset.
How to be more confident with your body. I struggle so bad, feel like it's going to be me forever. My biggest tip for being more confident with your body is acceptance. Accepting that your body does so much for you, your body keeps you alive, your body carries you through each day, rather than how it looks or how you think it should look or how society tells you it should look. Is that blended in properly?
I don't know. I might use the other brush again.
It's pure acceptance, and it's just sort of realising that no two people on this entire planet have the same body. It doesn't equate to health, it doesn't equate to happiness. When you actually break it down and think about it, how your body looks is just so unimportant. And also be patient with yourself and practice. It takes a long time. It is there's never an end goal, I don't think. I am the most confident I've ever been with my body, but God, if there's room for more confidence, I'll take it. Where did you first meet Shelby? Sorry if I've missed this info on YouTube. Do you want to answer?
Yeah, that was at school when you first came to school. What year was it?
Halfway through year 7.
Yeah.
So we met at secondary school. So we were both 11, weren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
We were pretty close straight away, weren't we? Me, you and Chess.
Yeah. Always the three of us, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was nice though. Me, you and Chess had this beautiful like trio relationship, but we also have always had our individual relationship.
Yeah.
Which is rare in a trio.
I think as well, you and I always had like, and Cheska as well, really, like we all had like separate friendship groups
outside of school, yeah.
So it kind of like, it was like the three of us, and then we had off-shooting friends that didn't like, it's not like we mixed in a big group together.
No.
Like as three.
No. So we met at school when we were 11, and then we pretty much stayed inseparable until we were 22. Then Shelby went off to New Zealand, and neither of us can remember, but we did actually fall out. I think it was I don't think we fell out. I think we couldn't cope with the distance.
Do you remember when I first came home and I was having an absolute mental breakdown? So when I first had my first like panic attack and stuff like that.
Yeah, but our maturity.
I don't think we could manage to see each other. And you would have been upset about that. I would have been upset about that. And then
we just drifted into not speaking.
Yeah, just being daft bitches, basically.
Yeah, we didn't have the emotional maturity to deal with that back then. Like, you know, if Shelb said to me, Sasha, can't see you for 6 months, I'm having a panic attack, I'd be like, all right, darling, see you in 6 months. Like, let me know if you need anything. Whereas when you're 22, you're like, what?
Why couldn't you see me?
Yeah.
Why didn't you come and see me?
Is that what I sound like?
No.
But we also say that since we've rekindled our relationship, we wouldn't change a thing, and we don't think our friendship would be what it is now if we hadn't had that break.
Yeah.
Your last ever meal of choice, 3 courses. Oh, God. this is going to make me so hungry. I've thought about this in such depth before. And also it's so me because I can't just choose one. So I've like bulked out each course.
Nice.
So my first course would be a huge seafood platter with oysters, huge grilled prawns, scallops, lobster.
I'm just thinking whether this goes direct on or scallops, lobster,
prawns. Yeah, just loads of seafood basically for starters. For main, I think it would have to be pasta. It's just like my ultimate. I don't know what sort of pasta, but some sort of like, maybe my Sicilian sausage one I make, that creamy one. Or like, yeah, something like that.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then for dessert, it would be something chocolatey, like homemade tiramisu, or a chocolate brownie with ice cream, or a massive chocolate sundae. What about you?
Oh, see, I go round and round on this one.
I was about to say, it sounds...
Okay, we've gone from it being okay to emergency. This has got quite bad. Oh, I just don't know. I think about this question all the time and I can never answer it. I just like too many things because
you're a fat
I'm a
pig.
big fat pig. I do love oysters, but Shab's just had food poisoning, so he's feeling a little bit weird on the oyster front right now. Carry on. I can't answer these questions. I'm concentrating too much.
You're stressing
right
on
now.
your blusher.
Yeah.
Have you found some friends in relationships treating you differently now you are single? I don't think in the context that you're saying I found people treat me differently, but I have 1000% truly found who my friends are since going through this situation, which has been both difficult and incredible at the same time because so much in my life has shifted, and during that shift my world felt like it had been ripped from under my feet. But in a weird way as well, I'm dealing with the fact that I chose to rip my world from under my feet. And now it's all worked out and I couldn't feel any more blessed or like I'm in the right place if I tried. How do you feel about your ex moving on? I'm just going to do a little check-in. How are you feeling?
About my ex moving on?
No, about my makeup.
It's not horrendous. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sweating.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you want
Yeah.
to take 5?
Maybe just. Yeah. Whew.
How do you feel about your ex moving on? Do you think I should answer this like kind of truthfully or kind of not?
It's hard because it involves somebody else that you've kind of like protected their privacy.
Yeah, that's a difficult one for me to answer because, like Shelb's just said, I have consistently protected privacy.
But
not that mine's been protected.
No, but ultimately, I think you're fine about it and you accept that, you know, the decision that you've made. And
to answer the question, moving on and meeting someone else, I don't feel any way about it, and it's something that I always knew was going to happen, and always, I mean, I used to say when we were together, I was like, you'll meet someone really quick, I know you will. It's so toxic, but that used to happen in an argument where I would feel in a place of not receiving the love that I wanted to receive or I felt I needed to receive, so then I would throw back, oh well, if we split up you'll just meet someone else really quick. So in terms of meeting someone as fast, that doesn't, there's nothing to judge on that there's no pace in any situation. Yeah. There have just been other things I'm not happy about, but we won't go to that.
Can I have your eyes, please? Oh God. Woo! I feel like I'm not breathing. Oh no, I'm rolling away. Oh no, I don't think I've done this right. Sorry.
Do you still have Breakdown Club 30 thoughts, or was a lot of that around your relationship? I think so much of my panic and worry about where I was in life was suppressed emotion coming out in different ways. Similar to me talking to you about how I felt around having children, it was a hyperfixation on when and if and how I was going to have a baby one day. I think a lot of the problems actually just stem back to, in my core and in my gut, I knew but having not admitted that to myself at the time, it was coming out in loads of other ways and affecting other areas of my life and other areas of my thought process. Club 30 breakdown thoughts?
I didn't want to turn 30 at all. I was having a total meltdown about that. I just have this weird thing about, I felt like time was all of a sudden going really fast. I knew as soon as I turned 30, next minute I'm going to be 40, and then I'm really old. I don't want to age. Oh God. I just wanted to stay in my 20s, just having fun. And
are you enjoying your 30s?
Yeah, I think I am. I don't know. It gets a bit serious, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, living
I was
with...
like, oh, I think I need a pension and stuff like that. That's what scared me. Also, I looked at my arse and I thought, oh my God, it's dropped down. It's actually dropped.
Has it?
Yeah, it had, honestly. It used to be the peachiest little thing.
It still is peachy.
And now it's like sort of going a bit flat. You know, like, a horse rider's bum. Sort of looking a bit...
There we go. Again, sorry to all the horse riders out there.
Yeah, I definitely had the scare at 30 though.
I was excited to turn 30. Aging doesn't scare me, yeah.
Oh, aging massively scares me.
Which is so weird because you're not an overthinker. It's like you just got to enjoy each day as it comes.
Yeah, I don't know why I got so freaked.
It is out of character for you how much you are scared of aging.
Yeah.
It doesn't match up with how you deal with everything else in life, I don't think.
No. This bit is like, oh man, can I have a look at you? I mean, I just don't even know what I'm doing.
How did you get into your career? Should we both answer this question?
Okay.
Can you do that whilst makeup? Do you want me to go first?
You go first, yeah.
So my background in career, I guess, was musical theatre. It's all I ever wanted to do. There was no other option. So I was complete tunnel vision on that being my career. I went away to drama school when I was 18. Ended up leaving halfway through, well, a bit more than halfway through, but towards the end of the first year, so I didn't even really complete a full year there, and left when I was 19 for various reasons, and came home and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I tried so many different jobs. I worked in a cafe, worked in a wheel call centre, worked for a car sales garage. Like, all of these jobs lasted no longer than like a month. And then I decided that I wanted to go into makeup. So for my 21st birthday, Mum bought me like a one-to-one lesson with a makeup artist, and I really enjoyed it. And it was the closest thing that I found to fulfilling my happiness in the same way that performing did. Then I got a job with MAC. Then I trained as a makeup artist with them. Oh, I'm so itchy here. And then I started my freelance business after 3 years at MAC. And then the pandemic hit, and then Filter Drop happened, and here I am.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God, that looks like absolute dog shit, I'm not gonna lie. It's like watching a 7-year-old do your makeup.
I don't want to look until the very end.
Can you look at me, please? Did I tell them what I'm using?
The Clinique.
The Clinique one.
Is it high impact?
High impact, easy liquid line. Do you know, I used high impact mascara for absolute years.
Oh,
that was
I remember.
Always my favourite.
Yeah, I actually remember this phase.
Yeah.
Ready for mascara?
Yeah, I think we're done now.
Just to show you what my liner looks like. Where do you get your food inspiration? Bougiest meals ever? Me and Shelbs have fallen down a really good algorithm on Instagram where we keep seeing like these gorgeous recipes, and we'll just send them to each other. And I've definitely felt my creativity come back with wanting to create new recipes and try stuff out. So that's really helped, hasn't it? We get some nice...
And we both like the same food,
Yeah,
so it just comes like naturally, doesn't it?
We could easily eat the exact same food 3 times a day. Well, we eat more than 3 times a day, but every day for 7 days, and we'd both be happy. Do you want me to be quiet whilst you do the mascara?
Yeah. Don't laugh. Can you look at me?
What's your go-to to pull yourself out of a down mood? What makes you feel like you again? That's a lovely question.
I like that question, yeah.
I think it varies. It depends what kind of down day I'm having. Some days, if I'm having, say, like a down day, but I have work to do and I need to be productive, I'll probably go for fresh air first. That would be my go-to, is just to get out in fresh air. Whereas if I'm having like a down day on a weekend and I just feel like I need optimum self-love, I might just sit on the sofa or stay in bed and watch films or something. Laughing is obviously my number one favourite thing to do in the world, which I guess is a lush thing about us living together, is we can always make each other laugh.
Well, that one's not as bad.
What about you?
When I'm down, it's like, for me usually it's been on my own.
Yeah.
And having some time on my own. I'm a bit of a like own time sort of self-care person, so I'd need to like
retreat,
have a bath, and like make a bit, you know, me and my ceremonies, and like make a bit of a ceremony of that. Maybe it's a whole bottle of wine in the bath.
Shelbs is amazing at self-care, like from the core self-care. You're so good at it.
Yeah, and it would be I don't know whether that's like a swim or if I really need to go out and have a run.
Endorphins are the best.
Yeah.
Right, I've got 2 questions left.
You might have rather big lips.
How do you feel about dating / starting a new relationship in the future? So, first thing I think I was adamant on was that I didn't want to go on dating apps. It wasn't on my radar to even think about dating people. And I guess to a certain extent I didn't really have time to think about it.
Oh my God, I just got to you saying something seriously.
Looking like this. You kind of feel the same about dating, don't you? You hate apps.
Yeah, I hate the apps. I think I just don't gel with them. I never have, and every time I try and give it a try, because people say, oh, you're not putting yourself out there. And it's like, I'll try and I'll really put loads of effort in. It like just doesn't work out. Or like, maybe I will meet someone but it's really brief.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever got past like a third date, really.
I think they've made dating and love and being in love really disposable and judgmental, and I guess I'm not interested in that. And I feel like I truly feel like I have found such an inner like depth of happiness and contentment that I would rather be alone for the rest of my life than put myself in the firing line for that sort of disposable love.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a place for it, but I think now that everybody relies on it so much and it becomes such a fast moving kind of everyone's looking for the next best thing.
That's the thing that it perpetuates.
That's what's ruined it.
That there's always
like, I know there's like, you know, it is really hard to meet people now naturally. And so that's where like it's perfect and it gives the opportunity for people that wouldn't get the chance to usually meet, they can meet. But you know, you go on a date and then someone's got a date booked the next week and it's like, oh, I'm going to see how that goes, even though this went really well.
Yeah.
And it just feels a bit, it just feels a bit shallow, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah, it's
like I think about how many people I probably didn't swipe, which way's the right way if I like them.
Left if you like them, right if you don't.
Is it? No, right is like, isn't it? Left is no. Swipe right is, yeah.
Oh yeah, swipe right.
Like I would go past them because I'm judging them.
On their looks.
Yeah. And actually I probably would have met them in real life and think, oh, you're actually a really nice guy.
And I think in terms of starting a new relationship was always going to be something for me to work through, because I have so many messed up versions of what love should look like, I guess.
Issues around that. Yeah.
But we're doing it.
We're doing it.
Working through it. You can't, what is it, the phrase? It's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. It's a lovely quote, isn't it?
Yeah, which I think is very true.
And I also, like, sorry to talk about it again, but if you work on that stability and that comfort in your own, who you are as a person, knowing that you know, we're human beings, we're meant to have companionship, we're meant to feel love and stuff, but if you work on yourself first, it does become less important. Like Sheldon and I have had some like proper deep conversations about how you know, maybe like if you didn't want to settle, we would just be happy to live like on our own and have different relationships throughout our life. Like you're taught to have one person for the rest of your life, and you stay in that relationship whether you're happy or not, and you have kids with them. Like you don't want children, I don't want to settle, I don't want to be there's so many complications that actually just come from societal standards, and it's a bit messed up. Basically, we want to live in a massive mansion one day that's split down the middle and no boys allowed.
Well, only sexy ones.
Only sexy ones.
Big cocks. I can't wait for you to see how beautiful you are. Might get you to do some sort of... Yeah, but we really need to get that deeper shade going. Was that the last question?
No, the last question is, how are you? I feel like I'm really good. I feel like I'm in a really good place. I feel grounded, calm and settled for the first time this year.
That's nice.
Yeah. I feel like I deserve that, don't you?
Yeah, 100%.
It hasn't been that.
Life is a roller coaster, just gotta ride.
Hey, that sounded good.
Did it?
Yeah.
I have been practicing lately, as you probably know.
Yeah, I feel content. I'm having therapy. I have incredible friends, family, people in my life. I'm learning, I'm open to growing. Like, I just feel like in a really receptive, calm place.
Lush. I'm just going to put this straight on because it's not, that brush ain't doing what I want it to do. So let's just get it a bit more going, you know?
How are you, shall we, Grace?
Well, apart from having food poisoning, I actually feel quite good at the moment too. Get it going, but yeah, I feel better. I feel a bit more settled.
Well,
like life is slightly coming together. Yeah, if you would like to have a look in the mirror. Yeah. Can I actually look at you like right from the front, because that was very hard doing it at that angle. Let's just have a look at you. Oh wow. Like real come forward, because actually you don't look... Oh shit, yeah. Stunning.
Is it looking good?
Absolutely stunning.
Do you want a mark out of 10?
Yeah. Go on then. I feel like we're in the 3 or 4 department.
Yeah, we're going for a 3.
Yeah.
The brows you've done well.
Nice.
The liner is just something
else. I mean, I told you that was going to be tricky for me.
It's the way that you've like gone 3 inches above my actual lash line, which is where the liner's meant to sit, and just gone doo-doo-doo. Listen, wouldn't it be boring if we were good at everything?
This is why we knew this was going to be a great task, because you would end up looking like a clown.